Alright, exercise 1G here. Alright, so question one. Cool, so what's question one saying, yeah? So question one actually has a little mistake here. So it says x squared, yeah, plus 3x minus 2. So you need to divide it by the bottom part, yeah, to see what's the remainder so you can put in a partial fraction, yeah? But the bottom part in the question says x plus 1, x minus 3, yeah? It's actually incorrect. They went with x minus 1, x minus 2, which is what's written on the right-hand side of that question, yeah? So that's the error that they made, yeah? So the real denominator is x minus 1, x minus 2, yeah? And so that basically needs to expand that, yeah, to see the quadratic they're going to divide by. So that's x squared minus 3x plus 2, yeah? Alright, cool. So you're going to divide x squared plus 3x minus 2 by that, yeah? So, wait, box method, yeah? So obviously, we're doing quadratic divide by quadratic here. So if you're doing quadratic that you're dividing, yeah, then it's only two boxes there. And if you're dividing by a quadratic here, then it's three boxes here. So here. So calm. So just write the quadratic you're dividing by here on the left hand side. So x squared here minus 3x plus 2. And then write the first term of the thing you're like dividing into. So x squared here. So write that there. X squared divided by x squared is 1. 1 times minus 3x is minus 3x. 1 times 2 is 2. How do you get from minus 3x to 3x? Obviously, you add 6x here. That's 3, adding 3x can get 0. Add another 3x, you get to 6x here. So add 6x. And how do you get from 2 to minus 2? You can obviously take away 4 fam. We'll take away 4 there. So as you're left here, the answer is 1 is what divided fully into. And you got a remainder of 6x minus 4, which is in the box there. Yeah? So you got plus 6x minus 4. And obviously write that over the remainder over the thing you divided by. Yeah? So x squared minus 3x plus 2. Yeah. Come. Now I can break this situation down. Obviously, x squared minus 3x plus 2 is obviously equal to so 6x minus 4 over, instead of writing it as a quadratic, write it as like a factorized thing, yeah? So minus 1 and x minus 2, yeah? And obviously I can break that up into, here they say a is 1, so they like to use b and c for the partial fraction. So b over the first term, so x minus 1, plus c over the second term, so that's x minus 2. And it's going to follow the same process as always, yeah? So obviously it wants you to combine it, so therefore bring x minus 2 up there, cross multiply, so that's b open bracket x minus 2 plus c open bracket x minus 1, and all of that is over obviously x minus 1 times x minus 2. So obviously you can equate the top now, so 6x minus 4 is equal to b open bracket x minus 2 plus c open bracket x minus 1, yeah? Come. Obviously now you need to do let x equal 2 and let x equal 1, so let x equal 2. Let x equal 2, put 2 into there. You get 6 open bracket 2 minus 4 is equal to, obviously, b is going to go away. 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 times b is 0, so don't worry about b. Obviously, c is what you need to worry about. So c open bracket 2 minus 1, yeah? So as a result, obviously, on the left-hand side here, we've got 6 times 2, which is 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. So we just got 8 here. And then, obviously, c times 1 is just c, yeah? So that's c is equal to 8. Then you need to obviously do the second part, which is let x equal to 1, yeah, to eliminate. I'm gonna rub it out here, so write down. I'm gonna let x equal to 1 now, yeah, to get rid of b. So let x equal 1, so 6 open bracket 1 minus 4 is equal to, obviously put 1 into b, so b 1 minus 2, and obviously c is gonna become 0, yeah. And now all you wanna do now is obviously expand that there, yeah, you're gonna get 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. And here you're gonna get minus 1b, yeah, so just 1 minus 2 is minus 1, yeah. So minus 1b, yeah. So now obviously divide by minus 1, you're gonna get minus 2 is equal to b, yeah. So writing it as the final thing here, we had 1 from what we divided earlier. B is minus 2, so minus 2 over x minus 1. And then C was 8, so plus 8 over x plus 2 here. Alright, come on. Question 2. Cool. So we got x squared here, minus 10 over x minus 2, x plus 1 here, so same as last time. So since last time we got x plus, minus 2 x plus 1 here. Alright, come. So now, yeah, we're going to do, obviously, going to expand the bottom here, so you know what to divide by. So x squared minus 10 over expand the bottom, you're going to get x squared minus x minus 2, yeah? So now, as a result, obviously, quadratic divided by quadratic here, so do the same situation. So again, so we're gonna have quadratic divided by quadratic, so it's gonna be 2 across because it's quadratic, and then 3 down because it's quadratic here. Alright, save. And so now you divide by x squared minus x minus 2. First term is x squared here, so x squared is going to go into here. How many x squared is going to x squared? 1. 1 times that is minus x. 1 times that minus 2. How do you get from minus x to 0x? We have 0 x's here, yeah? We haven't got any x's. So, yeah, you know how mine goes. 0 x's, yeah? Alright, so obviously, yeah, you've got 0 x's in this thing up here, in the thing you're dividing by. So obviously, therefore, I'm going to have to add 1 x here to get to 0. And obviously, x squared can't go into x. And then obviously I've got minus 2, I'm trying to get minus 10, so I need to add minus 8. So that's the remainder there. So we're going to get answers 1 plus x minus 8 over what we're dividing by. So x squared minus x minus 2 here. Alright, save. So let's take that little part there, yeah? So just x minus 8 over, I'm going to write that as the original, yeah? So x minus 2, write as the factorized form, x minus 2, x plus 1, yeah? Alright, save. And now obviously, like the part that, yeah, so again, use b and c, yeah? So b over x minus 2 plus c over x plus 1, yeah? And then furthermore, I ain't gonna write the fraction thing like I did in part A, in part 1, yeah? Question 1, yeah? I'm just gonna write the top is equal to the top. So x minus 8 is gonna be equal to times x plus 1 up there, so b open bracket x plus 1, and then plus c open bracket, bring the x plus 2 up there, so open bracket x minus 2, yeah? X minus 2, sorry, yeah? Alright, see. Now obviously let x equal to let x equal minus 1, yeah? So to get rid of b, so you just get minus 1 minus 8. B goes away anyway, so you got c. C is obviously minus 1 minus 2, yeah? So now you got minus 9 is equal to minus 3c. So obviously c is equal to 3, yeah? Alright, so write that down, yeah? Because I'm gonna rub it out now, yeah? So I'm gonna rub that out there. So you got c is equal to 3 now, and now we're gonna do let x equal 2, yeah? Alright, let x equal 2. You're gonna get 2 minus 8 is minus 6. And then 2 plus 1 is 3, so that's 3b. So therefore b is equal to minus 2, yeah? Alright, come on. So finally, as the answer, we got the one that we divided from earlier, so we got 1. And then because b was minus 2, we got minus 2 over x minus 2. And then because c was 3, we got plus 3 over x plus 1, yeah? Alright, save. Alright, question 3, yeah? Cool. Question 3, we've got x cubed, yeah? Minus x squared minus x minus 3 over x open bracket x minus 1, yeah? Come on. So how do we do this? Again, you're gonna have to expand the bottom here. So x minus 3, x power 3 minus x squared minus x minus 3 over times x by x, x squared times x by minus 1, that's minus x here. Alright, save. So now what do you want to do, yeah? Now you want to do the same grid thing, yeah? So you got a cubic divided by a quadratic, yeah? So because it's cubic, you're gonna have 3 across here. So 1, 2, 3, yeah? And then because it's divided by quadratic, again, you're gonna have 3 across downwards, yeah? But now, honestly, you're just gonna have to pattern that it. So divide that by x squared, yeah? So divide by x squared minus x, yeah? And then technically, if it's a quadratic, there's like a plus 0 constant there, yeah? Technically, yeah? Alright, cool. So write the first term, so x cubed here. How many x squares go into x cubed? You're timesing it by x to get that, yeah? Calm. X times that is minus x squared, yeah? X times 0 is 0x. Remember to always write the term like if it's x or x squared or anything here. Don't just write 0, because it can confuse you later. And now I've got minus x squared here. How many x squares do I need to get? I need to get minus x squared. So therefore, I'm not adding anything. So I'm just adding 0x squared here. How many x squares go into 0x squared? Or 0? 0 times 0x squared. 0 times x squared is 0x squared, yeah? I can't. So 0 times that is 0x. 0 times that is just 0. How do you get from 0x to minus x here? You're going to have to take away another x. Calm. And how do you get from the 0 to minus 3? You're going to have to take away 3. So therefore, the equation here is the x that we got from dividing up there, yeah, plus the remainder, which is minus x minus 3, obviously all over the thing you divided by, so x squared minus x here. And now obviously on the bottom that can be changed to minus x minus 3 over, just revert it to the original, so to that x open bracket x minus 1, yeah, instead of x squared minus x here. And now from that, obviously, I need to do partial fractions now, yeah? So they use C and D in this question, so we can use B and C. So C over X plus D over X minus 1, yeah? Alright, safe. And again, I'm going to write only the top. So minus X minus 3 is equal to C, and then cross multiply, so bring that up here. So C times X minus 1 plus D, and cross multiply, so bring that up there. So D times X here. Alright, safe. So let's let X equal 0 to get rid of D. So let X equal 0. So I've got 0 here. Minus 0 minus 3 is just minus 3, which is the constant. And then 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Minus 1 times C is just minus C, yeah? And obviously 0 times X, D is 0, yeah? So you get minus 3 is equal to minus C, so therefore 3 is equal to C, yeah? Alright, so and then obviously gonna need to let X equal 1 as well to get rid of C. So let X equal 1. So on the left hand side, you're gonna get minus 1 minus 3, which is minus 4. Here you're gonna get C is gonna go to 0, and you're gonna get 1 times D, so you're just gonna get D. So minus 4 is equal to D, yeah? And so now you can just write it as the final thing, which is X plus 3 over X, because D was 3. I mean, C was 3. And then, because D is minus 4, minus 4 over X minus 1, yeah? So that's the final answer. Alright. Question 4. Calm. So we got minus 3x cubed here, minus 4x squared here, plus 19x plus 8. All of that divided by x squared plus 2x minus 3 here. Calm. So let's just divide it. We don't even need to expand it here. It gives it to us straight away here. So let's just divide it straight up here. So again, the box you're going to have here is a 3 across and 3 down. 3 down because it's quadratic that you're dividing by, and 3 across is because of the cubic that's being divided. So hence, write the quadratic you're dividing by here, so x squared plus 2x plus minus 3, and then obviously write the first term here, so minus 3x cubed, yeah? So how many x squares go into minus 3x cubed? Minus 3x here. Minus 3x times 2x here is minus 6x squared, yeah? Then minus 3x times minus 3 here is 9x here. And so how many minus 6x squared do I need to get to minus 4x squared, yeah? I'm going to have to add another 2x squared. And then how many x squares go into plus 2x squares? Plus 2, yeah? 2 times 2 is 4x. 2 times 2x, 4x. 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. I need to get to 19x here. I've got 9x already, and I've got 4x. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 to get to 19 is another plus 6, so I need to add another 6x here. If you don't understand that, just add it diagonally. 9 plus 4 plus 6 is 19, yeah? Same way, everything diagonally should add up. Minus 6x squared plus 2x squared, that's minus 4x squared, which is what we had here. Alright, cool. And then minus 6 here, I need to add something diagonally to it. That's going to get me 8. So obviously minus 6 plus 14 would be 8, yeah? So hence now we have the remainder and we have the divider, yeah? So minus 3x plus 2 is the dividend, or whatever the fuck you call it, the result, yeah? And then the remainder is plus, is whatever you have here, yeah? So plus 6x minus, plus 14, yeah? All of that over what we divided by, the divisor, or whatever it's called, plus 2x minus 3, yeah? Alright, save. So we got that now, yeah? And obviously now you just want to rewrite that. So 3x plus 2, so obviously factorize the bottom here. So plus 6x plus 14. Just do that in polynomial. Don't know by now. Maybe I'll make a video of how to use polynomial. So I say it quite a lot. Use polynomial. Sometimes I explain it, sometimes not. But you might obviously know what it is, innit? But like maybe just so like you know, innit? Alright, calm. So let's just take this fraction here and try to split it to a partial fraction then. So 6x plus 14 over x minus 1, x plus 3. So obviously that's going to be equal to, they use C and D here in this question. So C over x minus 1 plus D over x plus 3. And now obviously I'm just going to write the top. So 6x plus 14 is equal to, again, cross multiply x plus 3 up to C. So C open bracket x plus 3. And then obviously here, cross multiply x minus 1 up to D, yeah? So plus D x minus 1, yeah? See. Now, obviously, gonna let x equal to the, like equal to 1 to eliminate D. So put it into there. That's obviously 6 plus 14, which is 20. And obviously 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 times C is 4C. And obviously D is gonna become 0, yeah? So you get 20 is equal to 4C. If I've got 20 is equal to 4C, that means that C is equal to 5, yeah? Alright, cool. Obviously, I'm gonna let x equal minus 3 as well. I can get rid of d as well, yeah? So minus 3, put minus 3 into the left-hand side. You're going to get minus 4 because 6 times minus 3 is minus 18 plus 14. That's equal minus 4 there, you know what I'm saying? Quick maths and that, yeah? And obviously on the right-hand side, you get minus 3 minus 1, which is minus 4 times d. That's minus 4d, yeah? Alright, so that means that d is equal to 1, yeah? Obviously, yeah? So if d is equal to 1, it means I can write the final result, yeah, as 2 minus 3x, yeah? Plus, obviously, c was 5, so 5 over x minus 1, and d was 1, yeah, so plus 1 over x plus 3. Alright, that's the answer. Listen, I'm getting a kind of, the whiteboards are coming in abundance now. You know what I'm saying? We're not struggling anymore with the whiteboards, so now we can switch whiteboard and that. Look how clean that is, man. Alright, go on. Question 5, yeah? So we've got 4x squared, yeah, plus 25 over 4x squared minus 25, yeah? So hence, what I can do now is obviously we need to divide those, yeah? So let's do that. So because we're dividing a quadratic, yeah, it's just gonna be 2 across. And because we're dividing by a quadratic, it's gonna be 3 down, yeah? So 1, 2, 3, yeah? Alright, so we're dividing by 4x squared, yeah, plus 0x effectively, minus 25, yeah, because there's no x term in the middle, yeah? Calm. So write the first thing that you're dividing here, so 4x squared here. So how many 4x squares go into 4x squared? Obviously 1. 1 times 0x is 0x. 1 times minus 25 is minus 25. We're trying to get to 0x, so we're going to add another 0x. And we're trying to get to plus 25. So from minus 25 to plus 25 is plus 50, yeah? So what's the remainder then? Well, the remainder is, the answer we got from dividing is 1, and the remainder is just 50, because we could write 0x plus 50, but 0x is just 0. So plus 50 over what we divided by here, which is 4x squared minus 25. Obviously, you can see where this is going. It's going to be a difference of 2 squares, so obviously 50 over um 4x squared minus 25. If you take that so we can do a partial fraction, that's going to be 50 over square root of 4x squared is 2x. And then square root of 25 is 5, so that's 2x minus 5 and 2x plus 5 here. So now obviously what we can do is obviously we can do that as a partial fraction now, yeah? So that's obviously equal to b over 2x minus 5 plus c over 2x plus 5 here. And now again, just take the top. You don't need to do the whole thing with the bottom. So just 50 is equal to b times 2x plus 5. So cross multiply and plus c times 2x minus 5 here. So that's again, you cross multiply here. Alright, come on. Now just let x equal 5 over 2. If you want to know how I got 5 over 2, you need to get rid of c, and this is 2x minus 5, so add the 5 to the other side, that's plus 5. Divide by 2, that's plus 5 over 2, yeah? Alright, come on. So put 5 over 2 into there, that's going to cancel 0 anyway, so you're going to get 50 on the left-hand side, and you're going to get b open bracket 2 open bracket 5 over 2 instead of x plus 5. Obviously, 2 and 2 cancels, 5 plus 5 is 10, yeah? So 50 is equal to 10b, yeah? So 50 is equal to 10b, that means that b is obviously equal to 5, yeah? Alright, come on. Save. Now, obviously, yeah, gonna have to do let x equal to a thingy as well, yeah? Let x equal to minus 5 over 2, yeah? To get rid of this b bracket here, because that's the opposite of 2x plus 5 is minus 5 over 2, yeah? So now, let's do that. So we've got 50 on the left here is equal to c, b is gonna go, so you just got c, obviously 2 open bracket minus 5 over 2 minus 5. Obviously, same situation here, that's just 2 times 2. Bro, why did I put it into? Wait. 2 times 2, yeah, amigo, 2 times 2 is fucking nothing. Cancels. Minus 5 is minus 10. I don't know why I always tweak that when it comes to these videos. I don't know, but minus 10 C here. Then divide by minus 10, yeah, you got C is equal to minus 5 here. So now they got B and C. I can write it as the final product. We got 1 from earlier that we divided into. What I mean by this, by the way, is because you got 1 plus 5 over that. And we know that is equal to B and C, then I can replace B and C, you get what I'm saying? So it's just 1 plus 5 over 2x minus 5, and then plus, no, my bad, minus, because C is minus 5, so minus 5 over 2x plus 5, yeah? Alright, cool. But it doesn't matter which one you write first, like 2x minus 5 or 2x plus 5 here, it will correspond to it accordingly, like if you do it correct, you get me? Alright, question 6 here. 2x squared minus 1 here over x squared here plus 2x plus 1 here. Alright. Alright, man. Alright, bro. Don't worry, man. Just divide the thing there, yeah. So obviously quadratic divide by quadratic, so it's gonna be another one of these situations. So 2 across because you're dividing a quadratic, and 3 down because you're dividing by a quadratic here. So 3 down, 2 there. Obviously I'm dividing by x squared plus 2x plus 1, yeah. And obviously write the first term, so 2x squared, so 2x squared write that there. So it's 2x squared divided by x squared, that's 2x, that's 2 fam. Like that. That's bro. I'm tweaking. That's 2 obviously, yeah. 2 times 2x is 4x, yeah. And then 2 times 1 is 2. So now I want to get from 4x to 0x here, because that's what I've got here, 0x. So I'm going to have to minus 4x, and then obviously x squared goes into minus 4x, it doesn't go into that. And I've got 2 here, I want to get to minus 1, so I'm going to have to take away 3 here. So therefore, that's the remainder here. So it divides into 2, and then remainder of plus minus 4x minus 3 over what we divided by, which is x squared plus 2x plus 1 here. Alright, come. Save. Now, if you clocked, yeah, this thing on the bottom, just put that into polynomial, it will give you minus 1 as the answer, and that will be the only answer, which means that it's actually squared, so it's x plus 1 squared, yeah? Or you can just clock that straight away at this point. That's obviously, it looks like a x plus 1 square situation, yeah? As it'll be x squared plus 1x plus 1x, which is 2x plus 1, or obviously a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, yeah? So now that you got that, obviously you need to break that into partial fractions, isn't it? So, yeah. So yeah, so do that. So we'll get, let's just take that, forget about the 2 for a second. So that's going to be minus 4x minus 3 over x plus 1, yeah, squared. Obviously break that into partial fractions here. So obviously that's equal to b over the first one. So obviously this is a repeated factor. You need to just do b over x plus 1 first, and then plus c over the 4 repeated. So x plus 1 squared, yeah. Alright, come. And now obviously equate the top. I'll write out fully actually. Why not? So b, the denominator is here is lacking another x plus 1 times, so I need to times x plus 1 on the top here. And then plus c, the denominator is not lacking anything, bro, so it's just c on its own, 0 on its own. And you got x plus 1 squared on the bottom here. I think my phone just, it's, I don't know. Alright, calm. Yeah, so that's the situation there, yeah. So we got that there, yeah, and obviously the top is equal to the top here, so therefore minus 4x here minus 3 is equal to b here, open bracket x plus 1 plus c here. Alright, calm. Calm, fam. So now obviously let x equal to minus 1 to get rid of b. So that's minus 4. Minus 4 times of minus 1 here is going to be plus 4. So it's going to be 4 minus 3 is equal to, b is going to go is equal to c. So c equals 1 basically here. Or you can get rid of that and just put equals 1 like that. Alright, calm. So c is equal to 1 here. And obviously let x equal to 0. Let x equal 0. Obviously on the left hand side here, minus 4 times 0 is 0, so we just level the constant, which is minus 3. Minus 3 is equal to b, 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times b is just b, and then plus c. Obviously I know c is 1, so therefore minus 3 is equal to 4, is equal to b plus 1 here, and obviously take away 1 to the other side to get minus 4 is equal to b here. So the final answer is the 2 from earlier that we divided into, and then we split that fraction into 4 over x plus 1, minus 4 over x plus 1 because b is minus 4, and then plus c over x plus 1 squared. Obviously c is 1, so c over x plus 1 squared there. Alright. Question 7, yeah? Alright, safe. Question 7, yeah? So question 7a, let me see the actual question. Alright, so question 7a, yeah? Divide 4x squared plus 7x minus 11 by that, yeah? Alright, So here we go here. So again, so we're dividing quadratic by quadratic here. So therefore, you're gonna have to make it 2 across and 3 like that. And now obviously we're dividing by x squared here plus 3x minus 4 here. And and then write the first term up here, yeah. So we're dividing 4x squared here. Alright. So how many 4x squared here? Let me write the quadratic up here. 4x squared. That's x. Alright. So how many x go into that? It's obviously 4x. No, it's not even 4x, just 4, yeah? Just 4, yeah? It goes 4 times x squared is 4x squared, yeah? So 4. 4 times 3 is 12x. 4 times 3x, 12x. 4 times minus 4 is minus 16, yeah? Calm. Now we're trying to get from 17, that's 12, yeah? So 12x to 17x, that's plus 5x. And then we're trying to get from minus 16 here to minus 11, that's not plus 5 here. So hence I've got, the answer is 4. And then I've got remainder plus 5x plus 5 over the thing we divided by here, which is x squared plus 3x minus 4 here. Alright. Obviously, this can be broken down naturally into 4 plus 5x plus 5 over x plus 4 and x minus 1. Just take the denominator and put it into polynomial and you'll get what it breaks down into. And now obviously, let's just take this fraction on its own here and split that up into a over x plus 4 plus b over x minus 1 here. So obviously, I'll make the top the same, so that's obviously equal to that up here, or this up here, same thing. So 5x plus 5 is therefore equal to cross multiply, so x minus 1, bring that up there, so that's a open bracket x minus 1 here, and then plus b open bracket x plus 4 here. Confirm. Alright, so obviously let x equal 1 now, yeah? So let x equal 1. So 1's going to go in there. That's going to make that 0, yeah? And 1's going to go into b. So 5 times 1 is 5, yeah? 5 plus 5 is 10. So that's 10 is equal to 5b, because 1 plus 4 is 5. So 5b, yeah? So therefore b is equal to 2, yeah? Alright. And then finally, let x equal minus 4, obviously, yeah? So minus 4. Put minus 4 into the left-hand side there. 5 times minus 4 is minus 20, plus another 5, that's minus 15, yeah? And then minus 4 goes into here, that's going to be 0. Minus 4 goes into that, minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5, so that's minus 5a. And now obviously a is equal to 3 if you divide minus 5 across here, so that's 3 there. Calm. And now, finally, so finally got as the answer, you got the 4 from earlier, yeah? A is 3, so 3 over x plus 4. And then b is 2, yeah? So plus 2 over x minus 1, yeah? So that's the answer there, you get safe. Alright, question B. So we're dividing some quartic here by some cubic here. So let's write the quartic out fully first. So x to the power 4 minus 4x cubed plus 9x squared minus 17x plus 12. And so now, obviously, because of the quartic here, there's 4 powers here, which means that it's going to be 4 across here. Because you divide by a cubic, it means it's going to be 4 down as well. So remember, going down is always 1 more than the final power. So if it's linear, there's 2. If it's, you get me quadratic, 3. It's cubic and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, alright, save. Alright, whatever. Alright, cool. So now obviously write the cubic here dividing by here. So it's x cubed here minus 4x squared here. Plus 4x. And then plus a 0 here, because there's no constant term here, but we still got right sign. So write a 0 here. Alright, cool. Write the first term here, so x to the power 4 here. How many x cubes go into x4 here? Obviously x. X times minus 4x squared is minus 4x cubed here. X times 4x is 4x squared. X times 0 is 0x here. Alright, cool. Now we're just trying to get from minus 4x cubed to minus 4x cubed. So we're just going to add 0x cubed here. And obviously, how many x cubed go into 0x cubed? Plus 0 here. 0 times that is that here. Calm. Now 0 times that is 0x squared. 0 times that is 0x. 0 times that is 0, yeah? Calm. So how do you get from 0x squared to 9x squared? Actually, how do you get from 4x squared plus 0x squared to 9x squared? So 4 plus 0 is 4. So I need to add another 5x squared to get to 9. Again, diagonally it should all add up to make this number. So 4 times 0 times plus 5. 4 plus 0 plus 5 is 9, yeah? Alright, save. How many x cubes go into 5x squared? None, so this is the remainder, yeah? Alright, save. How'd you get from 0x to minus 17x? We're gonna have to take away minus 17x, yeah? How'd you get from 0 to 12? Obviously, you had to add 12, yeah? Because there's no other x terms and whatever, and constant terms, yeah? So the final answer then is x, which is what we got from dividing it here, plus 0, but we don't need to write 0, and then the remainder, which is 5x squared here, minus 17x plus 12. All of that obviously over the thing you divided by here, which is x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x. Alright, now with this down here, yeah, let's write the fraction separate, yeah, so 17x plus 12 over all of that. So x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x, yeah. And now, obviously, factorize the bottom, yeah. So factorize the bottom to become 5x squared minus 17x here plus 12. Obviously, if there's no constant term, you know you're going to have to take away x or something like that, yeah. So take x out on the bottom there, you're going to get x squared, yeah, minus 4x plus 4. And obviously, that there is a quadratic that you can put in polynomial and factorize. And obviously, that's going to give you 5x squared on the top minus 17x plus 12. And on the bottom, if you put that in there, or you can just clock straight away, that's obviously x minus 2 squared, yeah? Or if you put in polynomial, it will give you x equals 2, and that'll be the only solution, so that means that it's squared, yeah? So x minus 2 squared. Alright, so we've got a repeated factor here, so let's just break it up normally. So that's obviously equal to a over the first thing, which is x, plus b over the repeat thing, so just one repeat, so x minus 2. And then plus c over the full repeat, so that's x minus 2 squared, yeah? Alright, calm. Now, I'm gonna write the top is equal to the top to save time. So top here is what? 5x squared minus 17x plus 12 here. And then again, so times, so a is missing x minus 2 squared here. So just times that by that. And then on the bottom, we have x times x minus 2 squared here. Watch the previous video if you don't know about that yet. Alright, go on. The repeated factor one, or 1f, or whatever it is. Before that, even. I don't know what it is, like 1e or something. Calm plus b, yeah, open bracket. Obviously, 1b has x minus 2 already, so it just needs another x minus 2. And it also needs an x here. And then plus c already has x minus 2 squared. That accounts for the other x minus 2, so you just need times by x here. So now, obviously, let x equal 0. Whenever you make let x equal 0, you're just going to get the constant on the left-hand side. So 12 is equal to, obviously, b is going to become 0, c is going to become 0 because they both have x. This one's going to be 0 minus 2 squared. 0 minus 2 is 4, is minus 2. Minus 2 squared is 4, so we've got 4a. Therefore, a is equal to 3 here. And then let x equal 2 to get rid of b. So I'm going to do that up here. So if I let x equal 2 here, I'm going to get 5 open bracket 2 squared on the left minus 17 2 plus 12 on the left hand side. A and C are going to cancel because they both have the, I mean, A and B are going to cancel because they have x minus 2 in there. But C doesn't, C is just C times x, that's just 2C here. So if x is 2 here, and the left hand side simplifies to minus 2. So you get minus 2 is equal to 2C, so C is equal to minus 1 here. Fine. See. Now, finally, the way they want you to do it here, yeah, in the solution bank is comparing coefficients for the final one. That's how they did it, yeah. So what I mean by that is deep it, we got C, we got A, yeah. Now look, 5x squared, yeah. What on the right hand side here is going to make x squared? Obviously, when I expand this bracket, you're going to get x squared there, and that's times A. So I can write 5x squared here is equal to ax squared. And then obviously the other way you're going to get x squared here as well is b times x, and then x times x, which is bx squared, so bx squared here. So I can basically write that 5 is equal to a plus b, yeah? And since we know what a and b are, we don't know what b is, but we know what a is. A is 3, as we found earlier. Then 5 is equal to 3 plus b. And so b is therefore equal to 2, yeah? And so that's the answer. So the final answer is the x we got from dividing earlier as the answer. Then we got 3, which is a over x, plus b, which was 2 over x minus 2, minus 1 was c, so minus 1 over x minus 2 squared here. Alright. We'll change whiteboard again from getting greedy with it. Listen, you gotta appreciate, man, that you have in life. We've got extra whiteboards, so let's use it. Question 8, yeah. So we're dividing 6x cubed and minus 7x squared, yeah, plus 3 by 3x squared plus 1x minus 10. Okay, there's a mistake in the book here. They wrote plus 11x or something. Yeah, it's actually plus 1. Yeah. Alright, calm. It's plus so it's 3x squared plus 1x minus 10. Yeah. Alright. So because we're dividing a cubic by a quadratic here, you're gonna have to have 3 levels there because it's a quadratic, and you're gonna have to have 3 levels here because it's cubic here, so it should be a 3 by 3 here. Alright. And now obviously right there quadratic here, so that's gonna be 3x squared. And then remember plus for 1x, so just plus 1x or plus x here, not plus 11, and then minus 10. Calm. So write the first term here, yeah, that's 6x cubed, yeah. 3x squared goes into 6x cubed by 2x, so times 2x there. And then obviously 2x times 1x is 2x squared. And then 2x times minus 10x is minus 20x. And then obviously and then 2x squared, yeah, to get to minus 7x squared, that's obviously minus 9x squared, yeah? And how many 3x's go into minus 9x squared? How many 3x squareds? Obviously, minus 3. Minus 3 times 3x squared is going to equal minus 9x squared. I feel like that's a bit too far from it. Doesn't make it clear yet. Alright. Minus 3 times x here is minus 3x. And then minus 3 times minus 10 is minus 30, yeah? So now, minus 20 minus 3 is minus 23. I'm trying to get to 0. So I'm going to have to add 23x. And that can't be divided by 3x squared, so that's a remainder. And then I've got minus 30, and I'm trying to get to what? Not minus 30, positive 30 actually, because minus 3 times minus 10, so that's positive 30, yeah? Positive 30, I'm trying to get to 3, that's minus 27, yeah? So hence, I've got the answer is whatever we got here, so 2x minus 3 is the thing that we got divided, and then plus 23x minus 27 over the thing we divided by, that's a remainder. So over 3x squared plus x minus 10, yeah? Alright. Alright, save. Take this fraction here, I can rewrite that as 23x minus 27 over 2 brackets. So factorize that with polynomial down there. You're going to get 3x minus 5 and then x plus 2, yeah? Alright, save. So that's that there. Obviously, that's going to be equal to separating now, yeah? So c over the first fraction, yeah? So c over 3x minus 5 plus d over the second one, so that's d over x plus 2. And then obviously, yeah, equate the top here. So 23x minus 27 is equal to c, open bracket, x plus 2 times x plus 2 up there, plus d times the 3x minus 5 up there. So d times 3x minus 5. And obviously now, you're going to let x equal to 5 over 3 to get rid of d. So bring 5 to the other side, divide by 3, so that's 5 over 3. So to get rid of d. So now just, if you put that into the left hand side, just believe me here, put in your calculator, you'll get 34 over 3. I'm going to do it to save time. So if they 4 over 3 and then d goes away anyway, 5 over 3 plus 2 is going to be 11 over 3. So that's 11 over 3c. Obviously divide it, 3 cancels, 34 over 11. So therefore you're going to get c is equal to 34 over 11, yeah? Alright. Obviously second thing we need to do is let x equal minus 2. Since that's the other bracket, x plus 2, that's going to make that 0. So I'll put that into there. So 23 open bracket minus 2 minus 27. It's going to be equal to, that's going to go away, minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So 3 times minus 2 is minus 6, minus 5 is minus 11, so minus 11d. Obviously left hand side is going to simplify to minus 73. Minus 73, and the right hand side is going to be minus 11d, yeah? So divide that by 11, you get d is equal to 73 over 11, yeah? Obviously negative over negative cancels, so yeah. And now, should write the final product. So we had the 2x minus 3 from earlier, x minus 3, and obviously we got the plus d was or a or whatever I called it, was 34 over 11, so that's 34 over 11, 3x minus 5, and then that's at 3 to the power 4, 34. And then obviously plus 73 over 11 open bracket x plus 2, yeah? Alright. Question 9. Question 9, yeah? So, alright, safe, man. Question 9. So divided 8x cubed plus 1, yeah? So write that out there. And now again, so because you're dividing cubic by a quadratic here, you need to write the cubic fully. You need to write obviously 3 across like that, and then 3 down like that, yeah? Calm. Obviously, because you're dividing by quadratic, write the quadratic here, so 4x squared here minus 4x here plus 1. And obviously write the 8x cubed here, so the first term. So how many 4x squared is going to 8x cubed here? Obviously 2. So 2x here. So 2x times minus 4x is minus 8x squared. And then minus 2x plus that is plus 2x there. Trying to get from minus 8x squared to 0x squared because I've got no x squared terms there, so I'm going to have to add 8x squared to get to 0. 4x squared goes into 8x squared plus 2, so that's plus 2 there. Plus 2 minus 4 is minus 8x. Plus 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 2, alright. Plus is plus. Alright, safe, bro. So now, obviously, I've got 0 there, and I've got 2x minus 8x. That's minus 6x. So I'm gonna have to add 6x to get to 0x here. Add 0x up here. So now, because that's plus is 6x, 4x squared doesn't go into 6x. That's gonna be remainder. I've got 2. I'm trying to get to 1. So therefore, I'm gonna have to take away 1. So that's minus 1 there. So that's a full remainder. So now I've got the answer is 2x plus 2 plus the remainder, which is 6x minus 1 over the thing I divided by, which was all of that, but I'm gonna skip that step. So it's obviously this quadratic over here on the left, but just write that as 2x minus 1 cubed squared anyway, yeah? So you can tell that's 2x minus 1 squared. And also on top of that, if you can't tell that, then I don't know what to tell you really, bro. Like you should be able to tell that. I'm joking, obviously, innit? Just put in polynomial and you'll get 1 over 2, and that'll be the only answer. So therefore it's 2x minus 1 squared, yeah. Let's break it apart now. So 6x minus 1 over 2x minus 1 squared, yeah, is obviously going to be equal to c over, write the first repeated one, so 2x minus 1, and then write the full repeated here, so that's d over 2x minus 1 squared here. Alright. Make the top equal to the top, fam, so 6x minus 1 is equal to, obviously going to times 2x minus 1 by c because it's lacking that, bro, so 2x minus 1, and then d is not lacking anything, so it's just d, so it's plus d, and then obviously let x equal to 1 over 2 to get rid of the 2x minus 1, so let x equal 1 over 2. Put 1 over 2 into the left hand side. You're going to get 6 open bracket 1 over 2, which is going to become 3 minus 1. That's going to become 2. That's obviously equal to d, yeah, because c is going to cancel, so 2 is equal to d, yeah. And obviously let x equals 0. You always default to let x equal 0 once you found the full thing, and you've got a repeated factor. So let x equal 0, that's going to be minus 1 on the left hand side because it's the constant term left. C is going to be 2 times 0 minus 1, which is minus 1, so it's just minus c. And then obviously d is on its own, it's just d. So minus 1 is equal to minus c plus d. D we already know is 2, which just made the backbone stronger. So there you go, 2. Minus 2 is the other side, that's minus 3. So minus 3 is equal to minus c, so therefore c is equal to 3 here. Like a C63, yeah. So we're whipping about in there. So now obviously got the remainder there, or whatever you call it. Not remainder, but the answer and the result. Now you got the remainder here, yeah? So obviously D or whatever I called it was 3. C was 3. So 2x minus 1, and then plus D was 2. So 2 over 2x minus 1 squared, yeah. Alright, save. Question 10, yeah. Final question. Hold on. Alright, come on, man. Let's do this here. Final one, yeah. Final countdown on that. You already know. Question 10. Alright, so right, the thing that we're dividing it by, or that we're dividing by and not dividing it by, if that makes sense. We're talking about the it, not the by, you get me? So that one there, so the quartic, yeah? So we're dividing a quartic by a quadratic, yeah? So just write that out then. So quartic, yeah? So therefore it's going to be 4 across here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then quadratic down, yeah? So again, that's 3 down, yeah? And then obviously we're dividing, right the thing you're dividing by here, so we're dividing by x squared plus x plus minus 2. And write the first term in the top left here, so therefore how many x squares go into that? X squared times x cubed here, and then x squared times minus that is minus 2x squared. How many x cubes here go into to make 0x cubed? Well, I'm gonna have to take away x cubed here to get to 0 because I've got 0 in the top equation. So therefore, how many x squares go into minus x cubed? Obviously minus x. Minus x times x is minus x squared. Minus x times or minus x times or minus 2 is minus 2x. Positive 2x here because obviously minus times a minus is positive. Now I've got minus 2x squared here minus another x squared. That's minus 3x squared. And I'm trying to get to plus 2x squared. So I'm going to have to add another 5x squared here. Again, diagonally it should add up. So minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3 plus 5 is 2. So it adds up to the thing we're dividing by, or we divided by, yeah? So 2, whatever there, yeah? 2. How many x squares go into plus 5x squared plus 5? Obviously, 5 times x squared is 5x squared here. 5 times x down here is going to be 5x. 5 times minus 2 is minus 10. 2 plus 5 is obviously 7. 7 minus 10x is going to give us the minus 3 that we want there. So it has to be minus 10x there. X squared is going to minus 10x. It doesn't, so that's going to be remainder. And obviously, how do you get the 8 here? Well, minus 10 plus 18, bro. It's positive 8. That ain't really too difficult. Alright, safe. So the answer we got is x squared, yeah, minus x plus 5. And then the fraction that we got is a remainder. That's obviously plus minus 10x plus 18 over whatever, fam. You already know wherever it is, man. Like, what are we even doing here at this point? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Over whatever we divided by, yeah, x squared plus x minus 2, yeah. Alright, safe. Now obviously break down the bottom part, yeah. So we got x squared minus x here plus 5, and then of course we got obviously we got minus 10x here plus 18 over the two brackets here. So the two brackets is what? The two brackets is put that into polynomial on the bottom, we get x plus 2x minus 1, or you can just plug it straight away. So obviously we got that, so now we need to break that into partial fractions here, so let's zoom in for that. So got minus 10x here plus 18 here over x plus 2, x minus 1. And so we write d over the first one here, so d over x plus 2, and then plus e over x minus 1 here. Calm, safe. And now, obviously just take the top here, so 10x plus 18, and then obviously d is going to be needed to times by x minus 1, so we need to do that there, so x minus 1. And then e is going to be needed to times by x plus 2 here, so open bracket x plus 2 here, plus multiply here. Safe. Now, obviously, I need to let x equal minus 2 here, so I can get rid of everything here. So minus 2 on the left-hand side is apparently going to be 38. Just take my word for it. Minus 2 times minus 10 is obviously positive 20. Positive 20 plus 18 is 38. Minus 2 there is going to cancel the e out, so I don't need to worry about my man. Minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. Minus 3 times d is obviously minus 3d here. Alright, and then divide by minus 3, that's going to be d is equal to 38 over 3 here. That's d, by the way, yeah. So minus 3 there, yeah. Alright, calm. And obviously let x equal to 1 here as well. So let x equal 1. So we get 1 on the left hand side here. That's minus 10 plus 18. That's 88. That's 8. Is equal to d. That's going to cancel because 1 minus 1 is 0. And then 1 plus 2 is 3. So that's 3e here. So therefore e is equal to 8 over 3. And can we finish this off cleanly here? So therefore, yeah, let me write over here as well. So therefore we got x squared here from earlier minus x from earlier plus 5. That's all we divided and got the result. Minus d was 38 minus 38 over 3, so that's minus 38 over 3 x plus 2, and then plus 8 over 3 was e, so 8 over 3 x minus 1, and that's it, clean.